It doesn't make sense to continue wanting something if you're not willing to do what it takes to get it. If you don't want to live the lifestyle, then release yourself from the desire. To crave the result, but not the process, is to guarantee disappointment. Fuck.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Super true. I mean, I think Naval quoted this blog a long time ago, but desire is a contract you make with yourself to be unhappy until you get what you want. And if you basically know that you're never willing to put the work in to get the thing.
Yep. That's an iron law. Like that James Clear thing is an absolute iron law. If you don't want to live the lifestyle, then release yourself from the desire. There is a path between where you are and the place that you want to be.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not prepared to do that walk, still wanting to reach the end of the path is just guaranteeing that you're going to live an unsatisfactory life.
And so when I hear that quote, I immediately go to my operational side of like, okay, how do I release myself from a desire? And so I thought about that. And I actually think it's a lot like dating. So hear me out on this. So there is the old saying, I think it's a girl saying, I'm going to assume it's a girl saying, which is if you want to get over somebody, get under somebody else. All right. Now, there's a point to this, which is I don't think you can release desire, but you can replace it. And so it's like if you have a terrible breakup, there's basically some totem of reinforcement that's been removed from your life. Getting over something or someone is simply getting enough exposure to enough new things from the time that you've bought back from this reinforcer being gone to find another reinforcer, which is why I genuinely think that the idea of like, oh, I shouldn't date for a while after I get out of a breakup is just complete stupidity. Like, why would you, like, why? What rule is there? Well, you have to heal. Healing for most people is defined as I find something else that brings me sufficient joy that my baseline returns to normal. But if I'm going to bring somebody else into my life, that person's also going to serve that same function. And so like I can replace it with tennis or gardening or business or just the next person I'm going to date. And why is one better than the other? To Clear's releasing of desire, I think it's just choose to want something else. So if I were to give someone the direction, release the desire, I would say, don't try and release the desire. Try and justify or reason why wanting something different is better.
Also, maybe be a little bit more open-minded about how that desire could be fulfilled.